this is literally the second last day. This is the second last day, but guess what? I'm going to give you guys a bonus on the last day because there's a universal law that's not in this that I really think should be in this. So I'm going to throw that in there on the last day. Okay, let's get that energy. I wonder, do you guys feel energy when you play with it? I never felt it so strongly until I moved to Bali, and now it's just like, oh, I'm such a sensitive being. Like I literally go like this and I'm just like, oh, feels orgasmic. Like it's just out of this world. Okay, take some good vibes. Take some good energy from Bali. Okay. This is the rhythm of the night, the night. Oh yeah. Okay. Day 10, law of rhythm. I always use this phrase, this terminology, which is the soundtrack of your soul. Are you tuning into the soundtrack of your soul? I love that. Marie's like, receiving feels delicious. Oh, take it, take it, take it. Receive, receive, receive. Okay, law of rhythm. Your soul combined with your physical body has a really potent rhythm. Now, the rhythm can change. The rhythm can change throughout your life based on the egoic identity that you are embodying at that phase in your life, at that chapter in your life. And so the best way that I love to explain rhythm is cars when you go to different countries, because I travel a lot. So when I ride my scooter in Bali, I'm very good at riding my scooter in Bali because I understand the rhythm of the roads. I understand how people drive. I understand the way things move. Rhythm in Australia is very different to Bali. The rhythm in Bali is very fast. People go, people don't slow down. The trick to riding a scooter in Bali is you just go, you just move, you don't wait. The rhythm in Australia is very different. It's slow down, wait for every Tom, Dick and Harry, be patient on the road, give way. And so they're very, very different rhythms. Neither one is good or bad, right or wrong. It just simply is. It just is. But when you can understand the rhythm, you can ride your bike, you can drive a car in that country effortlessly because you're tuning into the rhythm. Now, yesterday, and I can't wait to show you guys all the videos from this beautiful week. My God, I have so much to share with you. Yesterday, I'm on the island called Nusa Lombok, but there is like a tiny little bridge that just fits scooters that goes to Nusa Senegan. Now, Nusa, and please don't quote me on pronunciation of this, but I believe it's Nusa Senegan, has this beautiful pool down the bottom of the island. There's all these beautiful little cafes, beach clubs, whatever you want to call them. And I'm sitting in the pool overlooking this beautiful water, all the boats, the sunset. It is so magical. And I hear this music behind me and it's really, 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 really loud. And I'm thinking like, okay, that's kind of disturbing my peace a little bit. Like that's very, very loud. They were playing kind of like ghetto gangster, like if you were out in a nightclub being 20 years old music. And I was like, okay, interesting. Anyway, I just get lost in being in the moment. And all of a sudden I'm listening to this really calm, chilled, deep house music. And I just have this moment and I was like, oh my goodness, I've completely tuned out the music behind me that's this loud nightclub music, and I've tuned into music from across the other side of the island because I'm attuning to the rhythm of it, very similar to the law of vibration. Now, what I did in that moment was I changed the rhythm within me to tune into the rhythm across the river. Like I was literally in that song, listening to that song, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is wild. So when I got to the place, I was obviously in a faster rhythm. I was embodying a faster rhythm because I arrived there. I was moving. I was riding my scooter to get there. I was like, go, go, go. I'll have that table. Thank you. I'll hop in the pool. Thank you. So I was attuning to the rhythm of like that, ghetto music that was like really intense. And then as I jumped into the pool, as I jumped into water, as I calmed down, as I was still, as I was present, I naturally attuned to the rhythm of the calm music, which was literally on the other side of the island. And I was just like, whoa, that is so trippy that I'm just sitting here listening to that song, and that song behind me that was closer to me completely and utterly disappeared. I couldn't even hear that ghetto music. And then when I thought about it, I was able to tune into both frequencies. But what you have to understand is that you embody a rhythm, you embody a tempo, you are running off of patterns and loops and cycles, and you have a natural rhythm every single day. Now, the best way to think about this is that there's a whole different songs playing. If you were to go to a nightclub or a ballroom, or just go out into the park and play different songs have a different rhythm. And think about what you have to do to get into that rhythm. You actually have to feel into the rhythm, and you have to attune to it. It is this very, very delicate art. Like, if you're not able to attune to the rhythm, and we all know what it is like to attune to a rhythm that maybe we're not familiar with. Maybe we've never danced to R&B, and an R&B song plays and we start freaking out. We're like, oh my God, I don't know how to dance to this. And then eventually, because you soften and you lean in, you get into the rhythm of it. The funny thing about the law of rhythm is that there is a finite art form to get into the rhythm of anything. You don't just, if you're choosing a different timeline, is what I'm trying to say. Naturally, you are in your own rhythm right now. Me being in a rhythm, I've attracted this surrounding. This is the rhythm that I'm in right now. I am right now in a rhythm of turning up online, working, and living the 24/7 holiday. That's a rhythm that I choose to get into every single day. I choose to do that rhythmic dance with the universe every single day. Now, if you are not okay with the rhythm of your life right now, with the soundtrack of your life right now, what is playing right now, you have to get into a different rhythm. You have to get into a new rhythmic pace, and it is like switching dance partners on the dance floor. It is changing tempo, and it's looking at, okay, cool, what is the life that I desire right now, and what is the rhythm of that life? And you can do this by simply just closing your eyes, rolling your eyes up to your third eye, sitting there, taking in 3 or 4 deep breaths in, holding your breath at the top, and then squeezing up through the root chakra all the way into your crown. And then just say, hey, spirit, hey, higher self, what does the rhythm feel like in my body to go to the next level? And then all of a sudden you have this capacity to play with energy, and now maybe spirit will give you a song. Maybe it will not come in that instant, and for the whole next day you'll keep hearing R&B music, or you'll keep meeting people that are really, really, really fast paced. The thing about this journey is you have to get so good at looking at life and looking through the lens of life. Right now, there are so many bougainvilleas with so much color. Like, you can see all the different color on all of these trees, and I've manifested this place, which is about color. It's colorful. If I go to a restaurant, or if I look at what I've eaten for the day and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've eaten a lot of yellow foods today, what I will think is, okay, my solar plexus is opening up, it's expanding up, I'm creating a new identity. When we start to get really in tune with life, and we start to notice, it's like, oh my gosh, that song's played on the radio a million times. And you start to see the little signs and synchronicities that the universe is giving you and constantly guiding you, so that you either stay in rhythm with the things that you desire to hold, or you are able to step up, elevate, get into a different rhythm. And it is a dance. You are doing a dance with the universe every single day, all the time, dancing. So I want you to ask yourself today, what is the dance I'm doing with the universe right now? What is the rhythmic dance? What is the rhythm of my life? Is the rhythm of, this is the rhythm of the night. What is the rhythm of my life right now? Is this a slower rhythm? Or am I really moving a lot faster? Do I need to slow down? Does this rhythm need to slow down? Or do I need to speed up this rhythm? What do I need to do right now to get in rhythmic sync with my next incoming timeline? How do I need to get into rhythm with my soul, to the beat, to moving? And you can play with this. Life is about playing. Life is about having fun. It's about dancing. Like, this gets to be so fun. But remember, when you're stepping into a new rhythm, it's like learning a new dance, and it can be challenging. It can be confronting. Think about when you're trying to go to a dance school and learn steps to a dance that you have never danced before. It can be crazy, and the universe will give you things to help you get into the rhythm. For me to get into the rhythm of Bali, the lessons from my soul were really around learning how to ride a scooter. They were really around me having to live in a certain place, me having to understand the pole of the rhythm. Because remember, law of polarity, there's poles of the rhythm. The poles of the rhythmic dance living in Bali is very quiet, very still, very present out in the rice field, so much peace, so much heart energy. And then the pole of that rhythm is the go, 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 the hustle and bustle. Let's drive our scooters really, 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 really fast. But I love to sync the two together. So when I'm in crazy Bali and things are moving fast, I feel so at peace. And it's about being able to embody both poles of the rhythm that you are choosing to attune into. So I hope this is making sense. I hope this is really allowing you to ask your soul, what is the rhythm of the next timeline? What is the rhythm of the next piece of this journey for you? What does that look like? What does that feel like? I think I've got an ant on my head. What does that sound like? And you might be guided over the next couple of days to see certain animals, play with certain animals. Literally an ant on my head, how random. And so all around community, hilarious. It's like an ant almost in your eye. So ask your higher self, what is the rhythm? If you start to see certain animals and you're tuning into the law of rhythm, ask yourself, what is it about that animal's rhythm that you're being invited to learn, that you're being invited to sync with and morph with, and just really, really, really attune to? Because different animals have very, very different frequencies. And I know that when I'm working with different animal spirit guides, there'll be a very, very, very different frequency happening. And it was so funny because my friend that I've met on this island was saying, he's like, oh my gosh, Eva, you are so tuned into animals. And then he was telling it to his dad. It was so funny because I had no idea. He was like, he was looking at the ants on the beach. Then you saw a turtle. Then you saw a mouse. Then you saw a lizard. Like, I see animals all the time, and animals are honestly such an incredible guide. Even plants are. There'll be certain rhythms of plants, and when you really sit with this, you start to embody the frequency of Earth on the deepest, deepest, deepest level. And because you're in sync with life, life becomes in sync with you. But don't get frustrated with yourself when you're trying to learn the dance. Don't get frustrated with yourself when you're on the dance floor and you're trying to learn the dance. Have fun with it. Enjoy the journey. Learning how to dance is fun. Learning how to get into the rhythm is fun. It's almost like when you launch a program and you haven't yet got the people yet or the things yet, and you're just learning the dance. You're playing with the rhythm. So have fun with every single part of it, because it's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful universal law. So I truly hope you guys enjoyed this beautiful universal law. Oh my gosh, there's literally a butterfly that just went past. I hope you guys enjoyed this universal law. Comment on my team's post to let me know what your biggest takeaway is to go into the draw to win the Limitless Wealth Transformation. If you already sign up and you do win that, you will get a credit, so do not worry. You don't need to hold up. If you are feeling the call into the Limitless Wealth 12-month transformation, where we go deep and unlock every single subconscious block that you've had since the day that you were born right until now, so that you can create a solid, potent, powerful foundation so that you can keep quantum leaping without falling, without going to the high months and then the low months. It's literally just like up, hold it, duality, in, out, in, out, in, out. And you're always going to have the arrow going in and moving out, but it doesn't have to be these insane drops in money or shifts. And it can be so much more grounded and stable and beautiful and effortless, just like a tree holds its composure, its deep roots into the earth, but the leaves just fall off and then the leaves come back. The tree doesn't have to get bulldozed and cut and destroyed. And this is how universal law works. This is how the universe works. And so when you are ready to step into that insane stability where no matter how much falls away to get to the next chapter, you still have the roots, the tree, the stability in your life so that you never feel like you have gone without again. You always feel so connected, so deeply connected to your mind, body, and soul. And that's the truth of this journey. But I do think it's an illusion when people go, you just keep going up, 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 up. No, with this challenge, you see how the universe works. You see how universal law works. So therefore, you are constantly able to truly and utterly go, okay, cool. This is what's happening right now. I'm at this phase in my life. Oh, this is why this is going like this, because I'm playing with the law of rhythm. You start to understand how this 3D plane works. Therefore, you can use it to manifest a life beyond your wildest dreams where nothing is ever what it seems. So if you are feeling the call, there is only 4 more days for that cart to be open, and then it's not going to be open for quite a long time because I'm going to put everything into the group that decides to come into this. This is the prerequisite for everything I do. Even if you come to a Bali retreat, everything you do, this is a prerequisite because it is the most potent, powerful thing that I offer. And you know what was the most beautiful thing? The other night, I had a masterclass and the internet just was not working. And at the end of the masterclass, like I only had a small amount to go. I kept cutting in, cutting out, and I just could not get back on. And I was like, deep surrender. Emailed everyone that was in the masterclass and was just like, hey guys, can you do this homework? I'm going to have to record the masterclass again. Anyway, my team said, Eva, you have no idea what happened. They all stayed on in the masterclass and they were pulling cards. They were answering the questions. They all led each other and created this beautiful community. So that, like, to me was everything. I was like, you know, these people aren't just turning up for me. They're turning up for other old souls, for deep connections, for understanding this soul's journey, because we have spent so many years looking at life like we are born, we go to work, we make money, and then we die. But this game right now is where you get to go, hey, what's my soul's path? What do I want? I wouldn't be sitting here right now on this random island in the middle of Indonesia, where I literally live in Bali, sitting on some random bed with some random pool behind me and a hut, if I didn't get beyond the program, get beyond all of the conditioning. I couldn't do it. It would be impossible. And if you're ready to get out of the rat race and you're ready to live a life beyond anything that you could ever humanly fathom, and I know that it can be hard, and I know that there's going to be phases. Like, I never judge anyone because I know how hard it was for me to get from that life to this life. It was not easy, and I never judge people for staying stuck. I was stuck in a marriage for, I would probably say, 13 years, longer than I should have ever been into it. But it taught me so much, and I had to sit with the subconscious loops, the subconscious patterns, the frustration. I've learned how seeds are planted and then they start to form and change and shift our trajectories. And the truth is that your success is inevitable. Your soul's journey is inevitable because you're here right now, and my phone's literally 77%, which is the number of God, which is insane confirmation. You are exactly where you need to be. Everything is working out for you. It is just a matter of time. And so if you are feeling the call, I can guarantee you when you sign up to this program, everything will start shifting. But if you're not willing to do the work, don't ever bother signing up, because everything will change. But if you can't calibrate to the frequency and do the work for 12 months, you're not going to be able to hold the frequency of the next version and the next version and the next version. And that's why I have made this a 12-month program, so that you are doing the work for 12 months, so that you are creating a solid foundation, because I'm not here to give you these quick wins. This is not the lotto. This is not a gamble. This is you building a foundation that is going to serve you until the day you die. And I know that in your last, thoughts on earth, you're not going to think about me, it doesn't matter, but you will remember the time in your life that you chose to risk everything, to step onto your soul's path, your soul's highest timeline, your soul's highest truth, and let everything go, no matter how scary it seemed. So if you're feeling that call now, if you're ready to make that leap now, and you're ready for massive, massive change now, then please listen to your mind, body, and soul, and definitely sign up. I'm going to put the link below. Keep checking your emails, but I love you. I see you. Tomorrow is our final day, so I cannot wait, and I honor you for anyone watching the replay all around the world. All you people on here right now to turn up for this many days is absolutely phenomenal. That is a huge testimony to you and how hard you work and how willing you are to getting a life that is so goddamn good that you don't even know what hit you. Big love, wealthy old soul. I love you. I see you. Yes, you can hear the birds singing. The sun's shining, the birds singing. We're having a good time. I'm literally enjoying the rhyme, and I'm about to book a place for tonight. I have no idea where I'm staying. I'm literally just going with the flow. And so that is the beauty of the journey. I am in the rhythm right now of just falling down the waterfall and letting life holding me, because that is just the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way to live. I love you. I see you. Have the most beautiful, magical, phenomenal day. Yeah, exciting, exciting. Big love. Mwah. Bye, beautiful souls.